Hey everyone, it's Teemu here. Today I'm actually going to tell you a little bit about guitars and especially what kind of bridge should I get or what kind of bridge I prefer and why. And so this is more like a guide for you to help you a little bit decide what kind of bridge you should consider getting once you're buying a guitar, whether it's the first guitar or you're going to buy the second or other guitar. I'm also going to share you my experiences with these few quite different kind of guitars. So these are roughly three different kind of bridges that are available into market. I guess there are something that could be somewhere in between these three. But I think these are roughly the three main kind of levels. So in order to go through one by one the bridge type, so I start probably the easiest one to get started with, and it's the fixed bridge. As you can see, there's nothing like any springs or anything attached to it, so it's just plain get the strings through the bridge and tune it up and you're good to go. Basically, there may be sometimes a little bit adjustments that has to be done for the intonation and for the neck, but besides that, those things are also needed with the other types of guitars. So the biggest advantage here is, in my opinion, the possibility to change tunings pretty easily. I have become more like an open tuning songwriter, so with that thing it helps a lot to be able to just quickly switch the tuning to something like open C at 9 or something else. So I think the biggest advantage here is the availability to change the tuning pretty quickly. And then also the one thing is that if you break a guitar string, your guitar is still in tune. You're just going to play with one string less, so you have 5 strings instead. So yeah, that's all about the fixed bridge for now. And I already leave everything based on the price point, because it's not the area that is here considered. I just expect that they are well-built machines. So the next bridge that I'm going to present is more like a Strat style bridge. So as you can see, we are going to have a little more elements here. We're having a little springs here, and on the other side there are few strings that are attaching the that are making the adjustments to the bridge, and then there are few bolts that kind of attaches the bridge to the body as well. So there's more moving elements as well. But besides that, we don't have here anything else. So it's just basically the bridge here that floats on top of the body. So what's here? Why I would choose this one, and what's the advantage here? This is still pretty easy to tune to different tuning, but then you have to actually probably tune the guitar a few times. Sometimes it's not needed, depending on what kind of change you're going to do, but I usually do it a few times and make sure that the springs and everything is working fine. But with this Strat style guitar, the advantage is that you can have you can do some of the whammy bar tricks, and it's still, as you can do quite wild stuff. And I have microphone here. It pretty much stays in tune. So here we got a little bit added like tuning time, let's put it that way. And then you can have the tremolo bar to add things to a single chord things or something else. It gives more possibilities that way, but you can't as fastly tune it to an open tuning or tune it to different tuning. It adds a little bit more time to that. So, and then in those open tunings, I won't really recommend using the bar because you don't know how the guitar affects to it, the springs and everything else. So yeah, that's it. So it's the more time to tuning the guitar and adjusting. You still have those springs here that has to be adjusted once you break a guitar string. And once you break a guitar string, you lose a little bit more tension here, which means that you are going to be out of tune. So yeah, that's about the Strat style guitar. And last but not the least is the Floyd Rose guitar. As you can see, it's pretty much a lot more moving elements here, and so you have more availability to move the bridge. So yeah, it gives more availability to move the bridge more wildly. It gives more the range where the tremolo moves or where it affects tone-wise. And then you have a little bit more moving parts here to lock the guitar string to the bridge. And besides that, so you basically have the same way of attaching the strings or the bridge to the body as well. And you have, they're the moving elements. But besides that, you have also the locking system here. So in order to set up the guitar properly, you really have to adjust it. But I think that's also the advantage in a way. Once you set up the guitar properly, it basically stays in tune after that. You may have to fine tune it with these fine tuners that usually these Floyd Rose type guitars have, but you can't really use these tuners here. So you have to make sure that you have enough range to tune the guitar as well. So you have to adjust it more, and also it probably most likely stays better in tune. But it also you can't tune it as easily and then the other ones that I just presented. And also once you break a string, you're also pretty much done with playing that guitar. You may have a string or two still in tune and you can save something with the tremolo, but other than that you're good to go if the overall tuning is wrong with the guitar. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. So yeah, those were the quick information about like what's the difference between different styles of bridges that are for the guitars. There are a slight differences there that affects to a playability of the guitar, but I think these are just the most common bridges that are in the market right now. So yeah, what is your favorite? I personally prefer these two ones because sometimes the Floyd is nice, but I prefer to tune the guitar pretty quickly and then just stick with it. And if there's a little bit tuning that has to be done, then I just quickly do it from the tuning mechanism on the headstock. And that's what I feel right now. And there's nothing wrong with the Floyd Rose. I just feel more connected with the Strat style guitars. So yeah, that's it for now. I hope you found some value from this video. Thanks a lot for watching it this far, and consider hitting thumbs up and subscribing for more content like this. Hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye.